Update on Montoya. Shannon?
Yeah, the update is he's happy with the car, as you can tell, guys. Pretty quiet over the radio, nothing to report. Wampa crash on the track.
Oh, heavy contact, cars crashing. There's Hornish. One car in flames. Heavy contact of 43 involved. Blaney involved. 38. David Gilliland is heavy. The whole front of that car
nothing you can do.
Sheared away. There's David Gilliland. The good news is the window net is down, and he is pulling the visor up. Look at the front of that car, completely destroyed. Michael Waldrop involved.
Boy, Dave Blaney's car is destroyed in the front also. Oh, it looks...
Bobby Labonte is hit hard, and he is
taking a big hit here.
Yeah, he's trying to get over to get to the wall. Bobby hit front and back. You see all the barrels that have been destroyed there where the Hornish car hit. Blaney's car, hard impact inside and out.
Don't know what started that, but boy, that was a huge wreck.
Look at David Gilliland's car, front and back, just destroyed. There's a 70 car of Max Pappas. And they obviously will red flag Joe Nemechek involved. Red flag this field because there is just nothing but just a field of debris.
See, Bobby Labonte's still hurting there. He's walking, but he's hurting. He's just wanting to get away from there. We talked about how fast they go into that next to the last corner, but they still they're full throttle coming out of the last corner. And when something happens, obviously it's very big.
Dave Blaney out of the car. You see him walking away there. The 12 car. Sam Hornish trying to get a push. He's trying to get his car pushed and restarted.
He just stalled here. I don't think he was part of this accident. I think his car just stalled again.
Yeah, Bobby Labonte getting into the back of the ambulance here. There's David Gilliland walking to run across the wall. Same car he had that great run with at Infineon. There's Max Pappas. Show you what happened here with 8 laps to go in turn 11.
Then Michael McDowell gets into the back of Gilliland, getting into the corner here. Oh my goodness. It's the hard lap.
Right across in front of Labonte, who backs that car into the guardrail. There comes the 77 of Hornish. He was involved. See, Ryan Newman just stopped in the 12 car.
That was a lot of really hard hits right there.
Well, Gilliland, oh, that's the 43 car that came down and Gilliland bounced off the wall. Watch from Clint Bowyer's onboard camera. Oh, he just gets by. But the car behind him.
Big wreck behind you. Big crash, bud. Back her down.
And look at the debris. Wow. Those garbage cans where Sam Hornish broadsided him with the side of his Dodge. Watch Robbie Gordon somehow pick his way through this mess.
Check her out.
Ryan Newman also no contact, but he stalled his car. They've had a hard time keeping it running, so he can't get it started. See Max Pappas' car up against the guardrail.
Looked like that happened with Michael McDowell and David Gilliland kind of arguing over some spots there.
Bobby Labonte, Dave Blaney, Hornish, Gilliland, Pappas, Nemechek, Newman, and Sorensen involved.
Susan.
Aerial coverage above the mess that is the red flag here at Watkins Glen. The coverage brought to you by our friends at Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR, helping NASCAR drivers get to the finish line for over 50 years. Well, there are 9 drivers involved in this one, and many of these guys will not get to the finish line today. The 70 car, Max Pappas, hard contact against the guardrail. Let's listen in to his radio.
Oh, sorry, guys. Come on. We did an awesome race, and we don't deserve this. I'm so upset. In for, bud. You're all right in there, are you? Yeah, I'm broken in my heart, but I'm under control.
You could hear the disappointment. Max Pappas is one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to be around. He was so excited to be here yesterday in Rusty's car and to be here in the 70 car today and to be a part of this, and such disappointment.
Yeah, it really is. You hate it for somebody that just wants to do this so bad. Max, he just loves coming here and driving these cars and wants to be a part of either one of these series.
Here he is coming out of the car. You could just hear the heartbreak in his voice, and what a great guy. Tough day.
Unfortunately, it doesn't always turn out like we want to, but he, as you said, he's a great guy, great family guy.
Here are the cars involved. The original contact was Michael McDowell in the 38 of David Gilliland. Gilliland rebounds off and catches Bobby Labonte front and back. Dave Blaney, heavy front end damage. Reed Sorensen couldn't get stopped, got front end damage. Michael Waltrip also some fender. Max Pappas, you saw, against the guardrail. Sam Hornish Jr. sideways into the barrels, and Joe Nemechek front end of his car damage trying to get stopped. Let's check out today's sprint monster moment. A monster hit by David Gilliland. The ricochet off to Bobby Labonte, who got it front and by. Look at Sam Hornish. That's why they put those barrels there.
These guys are all wide open coming out of this last corner. They're trying to make passes. We're down inside of 10 laps to go. It's just the worst possible spot for everything to happen right here in front of the majority of the field.
For more monster moments, check out NASCAR Sprint Cup Mobile. 8 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. A 9-car crash has brought out a red flag. The drivers are all out of the cars, and it will take a while to clean up this mess. Back in a moment.
Well, there's a pain in my plate. Under the red flag at 82 of 90 laps complete after a massive 9-car accident off the final corner. Dave Blaney's car, one of those heavily damaged to get all the drivers out of their cars. Jamie?
Well, and we're back here at the Infield Care Center. And David Gilliland was checked and released, and he refused to comment at this time. But Dave Blaney is joining us now. First of all, Dave, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Can you tell us what happened?
I really couldn't see anything get started. I couldn't see through the cars in front of me. You know, you kind of couldn't see through them. And a couple guys in front of me were checking up, and it looked like you could just keep coming. And then they were sitting there. You just couldn't see through the cars. And it was a big hit for a bunch of guys.
Glad to see that Dave Blaney's okay, guys. And there's a few other drivers in there, and we'll wait out here and hopefully speak to them as they come out, guys.
And Max Pappas treated and released as well from the Infield Medical Center. You know, there's always this, it's like short tracks, road courses, there's always this, the sense of speed, the anticipation of that edgy element to the sport. You just, I don't know, people seem to relax about it or whatever, but these guys are flying at this very fast racetrack.
Oh, they are. With 8 laps to go, Alan, there's just no doubt about that. I mean, tension's building right now. They're trying to get all the positions they can. And I've got to tell you, folks, that's one of the hardest hits I've seen in a long time. That's like something we would see, Brad, at Daytona, Talladega. It was a huge hit for a lot of cars.
Yeah, they were all bunched up. They were really coming through the corner very hard, trying to maintain position as they come down this long straight, and that was a pretty catastrophic wreck.
I mentioned Max Pappas treated and released at the medical center. Jamie, you with him?
Well, we heard his radio. He said what a heartbreaker this was. Max, first of all, are you okay?
I'm fine. You know, I'm broken in my heart because, you know, the guys in Haas Racing were doing an awesome job. You know, the strategy was perfect. We were ready to attack for the last 9 laps and came out of the last corner. And I know that with 9 to go, you know, you get to get up on the wheel and push hard, but that's too much. You know, I don't know exactly what happened. I need to see the replay, but you know, pushing and shoving is okay, but that was crazy. I don't know, it was like crazy, you know, cars everywhere, and I had no way to go. And unfortunately, you know, I want to see the replay. I can't really say much, but definitely, you know, it's heartbreaking because we were bound to do a great race.
We're going to replay it right here. You see the replay. We'll get Max's reaction.
Wow. I guess that there was not really much place to go. And yeah, here we are. Too bad. You know, they kept pushing and shoving in the last 10 laps, you know, pushing on the back and stuff like that. And I mean, you know, wow. Junior got really short end of the stick, looked like. It is what it is. You know, unfortunately, I ended up my second Cup race in the wall. That's not what I wanted, but it was a blast. And I mean, I had Jeff Gordon right in front of me. You know, I was ready to attack, and you know, it was a blast anyway. And hopefully nobody got hurt, but it was definitely bad.
Well, you always have said this is a dream come true, getting to race with these guys. Like you said, second start. Are we going to see you back in a Cup car anytime soon, Max?
Absolutely. I'm going to continue my duty to test for Hendrick Motorsport in the road course. And, you know, I want to say thanks to all the race fans for supporting me. And thanks for my family and God to protect me. And I see you next round.
How can you not love this guy? Max Papis checked and released, and all is okay, guys.
Jamie, just a couple of further updates here. You know, Max was talking about, I guess Junior got the bad end of it, but he didn't see from the replay he was watching Junior go into the smoke and come out the other side.
Yeah, no, David Gilliland got the bad end of that deal. Junior escaped pretty unscathed.
And you see Bobby Labonte's car being loaded up there. Bobby, word from the medical center is we saw him climb from his car and walk away. He is going to be transported to a local hospital for further evaluation. So we'll get what updates we can in a moment, and I'm getting further information at the time. We'll clarify that and come back. But Bobby Labonte going to be transported to a local hospital for further evaluation there. Maybe Papis was confused with Sam Hornish and Junior, but either way, some nasty hits there, and we will continue to bring you what updates we can. For now, though, the field is stopped, the engines are quiet, and we're under the red flag, just 8 laps from the finish here at Watkins Glen.
We are under a red flag here at Watkins Glen International Raceway. Heavy impact. 9 cars involved. Just 8 laps to go. And by the way, the drivers treated and released, the 00 and 38 might have wished they weren't released, because those 2 drivers, Michael McDowell and David Gilliland, have been called to the NASCAR truck to discuss the little incident, I think initially over in the backstretch, and in this one here, we're in the race. It was teammate helping teammate. Remember, Kyle Busch moved over and let Tony Stewart assume the lead because Tony had not led a lap. Tony got the 5 bonus points for leading the only lap he had led all day. And then Kyle goes back by. So a little gesture helping Tony Stewart, because Tony was trying to maintain himself in the chase. He has actually gained 2 spots up to
field lined up according to points. Dale Jr. took the lead on lap number 2. He started second. Jr. has been out front for quite a bit of this event, 33 of the 82 laps so far. Turn 1's been a trouble spot.
Oh, you see Juan Pablo Montoya sails and inner, starts wheel hopping. The car slides off, it doesn't spin, but not so lucky for Patrick Carpante and P.J. Jones. They get together and spin.
Jimmy Johnson had a little tire trouble.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson was really fast today. Runs off the track here, and then we believe this is where he came into some tire trouble. Shortly afterward, had to come down, change those left side tires.
Cut left rear dropped Jimmy to 31st in line. Kyle Busch has done most of the leading today, except for this little part here where he gave up the lead to Tony Stewart for a lap, trying to help Tony gain those 5 bonus points and help secure his place in the chase. This race relatively caution-free. Only 1 caution through the first 64 laps. Then here was the second one.
Oh, yeah, Travis Boppel gets off the racetrack and brings all this rocks onto the track. NASCAR's got to throw the caution flag because of that, and that lets Dale Jr. get hung out on the racetrack, and he's got to pit under caution now. Goes all the way to the back of the pack, ruining his chances.
Yeah, his team just didn't play the strategy right so far today. Ryan Newman running third.
Ryan Newman comes down, just completely misses the corner, slides back onto the racetrack, backs out there, driver's side. The entire field's coming by. Give the whole field a kudos for being head up. Great job by their spotters, because that's a very precarious situation. Turned out great, though, for everyone.
That led to this just after a restart.
Wait, Michael McDowell's trying to pass on the inside, gets ahead of the 38 car, David Gilliland. And look at this wreck, and take a look at Sam Hornish. Bam, in the air. Boy, those barrels really helped save him on that one.
That was quite a lick. You see Bobby Labonte gets a tough shot there, hits very hard. David Gilliland gets whacked by Joe Nemechek. Reed Sorensen comes flying in there. Poor Max Papis gets his race car tore up. It was bedlam down there.
9 cars involved in the accident that has had us under the red flag now for nearly 40 minutes. You see